So after getting Mikey again to $700,000 in revenue, you guys started saying it was just luck. So 6 months ago, I decided to post this video right here.
If I don't get this complete beginner from 0 to 10K profit in the next 6 months, I will send $10,000 to 10 subscribers on this channel.
And honestly, after picking this guy Nikolai, we started the challenge full of confidence. However, things did not go as planned. And what we're gonna do right now is take a look at the latest update video of Nikolai and check in what happened and break down his entire story.
I made $50,000 in 3 months as a teenager, and in this video I'm gonna show you exactly how I did it. 6 months ago, my mentor Michael Bernstein challenged me to make at least 10K profit in 6 months. And honestly, I wasn't really sure if I was actually going to make this work or not, because in the first 3 months, I actually only managed to make $1,800 with TikTok Organic.
Not gonna lie, I was stressed a little bit here. And when the first 3 months, he wasn't like just crushing it instantly, I was like, oof, this might actually turn bad. However, just trusted the process, we didn't change anything, we just kept going, and then you're gonna see what happened. But I'm gonna tell you right now, there is always two types of people. There's some people who just get it off the bat and everything works, and then there's another type where it doesn't. In this case, he didn't get it right off the bat, and the videos he actually posted were garbage for the first couple of months, and they actually sucked, and no matter what we did, we weren't able to help him because they kept sucking. However, at some point he figured it out, but we're gonna take a look in a second.
Quickly, for those who don't know, TikTok Organic is when you film the product yourself, you make the videos yourself, and you post them to Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, whatever, and you then use the organic views to get sales. But the $1,800 profit was actually spread across 2 products, which really taught me a lot in this journey. And it was the Woody hoodie and the Garfield plush. The Woody hoodie was actually the first product I had some sort of success with. I did run it in Denmark, and I think that's one of the important factors in me actually making money with it, because I was also running it in the US, but I was just getting a fraction of the views that I was getting in Denmark.
Yeah, so this is pretty interesting because what we saw generally is everybody only focuses on the US and making it work there. However, we noticed that there's literally the whole world outside of the US, and the competition is so much less there. And what we saw is that there's different markets which work better, and there's other markets which work worse. Okay, so for example, if you do organic and you go viral in India, you're gonna notice that you're probably not gonna convert any sales of that. However, if you go viral in Germany, you will. We noticed that there's a few really good countries. For example, especially Germany. We saw outside of English-speaking countries, I'm pretty sure Germany is the country which made the most amount of money in the program outside. That's just a little side note, and you don't even have to really speak the language. Obviously, it's gonna be much easier if you do, but we have so many people from the US posting in Germany because we literally have this little side offer where we just look over your videos and a German native speaker just tells you if you're going the right direction or if something is off, because usually the translation apps are gonna do a really good job, except it just sounds a little bit off in some cases, and that's why we have this person who can just check for you. It's all inside of the program.
All in all, I got a little over 1 million views with the product in Denmark, and I made around $2,800 in revenue, which was actually really good for the amount of views. If you have a product that converts 3K per 1 million views, that is a really high converting product. Now, the Garfield plush, on the other hand, was a completely different story, because I got a lot of views for it, but I made no money at all.
We literally just posted a case study, I'm gonna link it somewhere here, of a guy who made 40 or 50K or so off the Garfield plush alone. It's just very interesting to see different people either succeed or fail with the same products. It's because the content is either good or bad. With a product like this, for example, you have to go mega viral to actually make some money, because it does convert super low, but it honestly is not that hard to go viral because it has such a crazy virality factor on it.
And that's because I messed up something so bad that it completely ruined all of my videos. And that was the controversy.
So this is love.
That video right there got 5.9 million views.
It's still so funny to me how this is such a childish business model. It seems so childish to make Garfield videos of 2 plush toys having sex on the car. It's just weird. However, it makes crazy amounts of money. And I'm gonna tell you right now, if you let this detract yourself from, oh no, I'm too cool for this, I'm not gonna do this garbage, I wanna do a real business, cool. then don't make money, because this is literally the best way to do dropshipping currently. And I'm telling you right now, this is a perfect preparation to running ads later on as well. If you have any doubts about doing organic, you always have to keep in mind, the better you get at making content, the better you also get at paid ads. Later on, the skill of making really good content is going to compound no matter what, because I'm sure you heard a lot of people say this, Facebook ads is just creatives. If you have a perfect 10 out of 10 creative on Facebook, it's going to perform so much better than everything else, just because that's all that matters.
But only made around $100 in revenue. And that was due to the controversy being so far off the product that most people watching the video didn't even know I was selling it. And those that did was most likely too freaked out by the video itself to even consider buying it. So I really learned the hard way not to do any of that shit, because everything totaled for the product. I got around 10 to 15 million views across all my accounts, but I only got around $900 in revenue, which ends up being around $60 per 1 million views.
Okay, so this is extremely low. Like, this is one of the worst we ever had. And let me give you the 3 most important things you have to have in place to convert views into sales. Views not always equal sales. Obviously, you have to convert people into sales. So what do you actually have to have in place? Number 1, probably the most important. People just need to understand that you're actually selling. People need to understand, number 1, where to buy it. Number 2, that you're a company who's selling something. If they don't understand that, they're never gonna think, all right, let me just look at the bio and maybe they're selling it. They think this is just some meme. Number 2 is you not only go viral, but you also go viral within your target audience. Think about it. If you're selling a cat product and you go mega viral, but the people who watch the video just don't have cats, obviously you're also not gonna make sales. And in this case, the question is, all right, who is your target audience? You're selling a plushie. Well, very good question, because there is no real niche here. And that's why this product doesn't convert that high per million views. However, because it's so broad, it's so much easier to go viral. And in the cat niche, like things which are related to cats usually only go viral within the cat niche. However, with this, you go mega viral and everyone sees it, and that's why it converts less, but you have so many more views which make up for it. And then number 3, you not only go viral in your target audience, but your target audience also wants your product. If they see your product and they just think, this is funny, but what the fuck is this? I don't need this at all. Nothing's gonna happen. If they think, oh my god, this is an amazing product, I want this, obviously you're gonna make money if they know that you're selling it, if you go viral in the right audience, and then also if they want it. And here, keep in mind, all 3 boxes need to be ticked. You cannot just tick one box and make sure that people see that you have a link in your bio. That doesn't matter. You cannot just say, all right, this is a product which people want. That's also not enough. You have to have these 3 things in place, and only if all of them are in place, then you make money.
If you take the Woody hoodie for comparison, there's around 3K per 1 million views. The conversion was just absolutely terrible. So at the end of the day, it just goes to show that getting sales is a hell of a lot more important than getting views. So if you're doing anything that I was doing back then and you're getting the 60 per 1 million conversion rate, you really need to consider switching something up. But with those 2 products, I was halfway in the challenge and I wasn't even 20% done. But throughout the challenge, I ran into a lot, and I mean a lot of problems. Like my accounts getting banned on Instagram, my accounts getting 0 views on TikTok, and just extremely dry periods where just nothing was going my way.
This is where most people quit. Imagine this, you don't make money, your account gets shut down, and then you basically think to yourself, all right, even if I create a new account and all of that, I still don't make money. I don't know how to make money at all. It just fucks with your head so much that you basically stop doing dropshipping overall. Big respect to Nikolai to actually keep going, because it is not as easy as you think. And you might think to yourself, yeah, I'm different, I'm not that guy, I would never quit. Cool. If something doesn't work, you don't have a clear path what to change to make it work. The logical conclusion should be, all right, let me change business models, let me do something else, because I tried everything, it just doesn't work. And then you start blaming not yourself, but the business model. You don't even feel like you're quitting, because you're basically saying, all right, I did everything, I tried my best, but it just didn't work because the business model sucks. Now let me go on to something else, or just go back to my job. You can always logically justify quitting and make yourself feel really good about it, when in reality, you literally just quit.
But despite all these problems, I actually managed to just keep going through it. I kept making videos every single day, and because of this, I was slowly but surely getting better every single day. And I think just personally, my skill probably 10x'd from January to February. So when I started running these two products in February, a little over 4 months since I started in late September, I was ready. And one of the products was the fidget blasters, and another one I unfortunately can't show you, but the fidget blasters were actually quite special because I had actually already ran them before in December, but I was advised to put them on pause because I only had this small little pistol at that time.
This product made so much money, a ridiculous amount.
Again, my videos were still extremely bad at that time, but once I got the larger, more entertaining versions and my videos got a little better, I started picking them up again. And not gonna lie, initially I didn't actually think they would work because I had already tested them, but to my surprise, actually already after my first video, I was already getting views for it. Now, despite actually making some okay revenue with it, I never actually really went viral. But throughout the 2 months I actually ran it, I posted 2 to 3 times a day on YouTube, and almost every single video would get that buffer 10k views, which would end up being around 2.2 million views for the product, which ended up being around $6,200 in revenue, with a 50% profit margin, making me around $3,100 profit for this product. The profit margin could probably easily have been 60-70%, maybe even higher, but because it was a gun-shaped product, my supplier wouldn't want to ship any more than one because it would get in trouble with customs. So I just had to deal with the 50% profit margin.
2 thoughts I have here. Number 1, is very interesting that even this number, which doesn't sound crazy at all, it isn't crazy. It's making 6k in like how much, a month or so, and then 3k profit, not insane. If you phrase it a little bit differently though, it is insane because it's literally making money online from wherever you are, not having to go to a job and doing this instead. This is worth so much more than the actual 3k because you're literally getting paid to build the skill. He literally got the check of 3k, and also he built a skill which is so valuable. Making really good content and doing all of this is probably the most valuable thing he could have ever done. He got paid for that, which is insane already. It's also interesting that when you have a good product like the fidget gun, it's just up to the quality of the videos if you make a lot of money or if you don't make a lot of money. So for example, he made 6k. Kostify, which we also documented a journey with, he literally sold the same exact product, made like 30 or 40k. Then we have another guy who made 100k with this product. Then we have another guy who literally made $800,000 with this product. And the only difference between all of them is the quality of the content. Now, I'm not saying at all that the product itself doesn't matter, because the product matters a lot. However, after you pick a good one, which this clearly is, you just need to make amazing videos. There's just 2 components to this: good product, good videos. After you have one down, you are gonna tell yourself, all right, this doesn't work because of the product. So for example, you don't go viral, you don't make money with the product, nothing works, you just move on. And you think to yourself, all right, this was the product. But in reality, you don't know. You can't know if you do it by yourself. You don't know what's the actual real issue. You don't know if you should drop a product or if you should keep going and improve on your content, because nobody's ever gonna tell you this product is amazing, this product sucks, whatever it is. Nobody's going to tell you that if you're doing it by yourself. Within our program, one of the biggest advantages is just not wasting your fucking time on garbage. If you see a bad product and you make the best possible content for that, you still don't make money with it. You either never go viral because the product itself literally just doesn't have a viral potential, or you never convert it into sales. You wasted like a couple of months of your life, you didn't test another product, so opportunity cost was super high, and then also chances of you quitting dropshipping is super high. Every failure you have in dropshipping is one step closer to you quitting. Everyone has a tolerance level where they just quit. If it's 20 years or if it's 3 days, that's up to you, obviously. But you're not going to do dropshipping your whole life if it doesn't work, right? So the question is, how many failures can you actually take until you quit? And the real answer is, you shouldn't have these failures because you don't know what's going on. The failure is useless if you cannot evaluate why it happened. Failures, in this case, are super useful because we look at the thing, we tell them, all right, look bro, your product is good. That's not the problem at all. The real issue is your content. Improve on it. And then he knows, all right, just keep going with it. Just makes sense. All right, this is a good product, bad content, so let me improve my content. If you don't know that, how are you going to go about this?
Now for the next product, as I said, I can't reveal it because I'm still running it. However, I started this product off purely doing organic content. However, as Michael actually pointed out to me in one of our calls, this product was also perfect for paid ads. And luckily, me having a little bit of experience in ads, I decided to give it a go and launch it. And this turned out to be the best decision I've made throughout the entire challenge. Because since February, I've done 40,811 euros in revenue.
This is something which is very new to the organic space, and in the organic space, nobody knows how to run ads. They're complete beginners in paid advertising. And in our situation, it's very, very different because my background is Facebook ads. I've literally made millions of dollars on Facebook ads. My whole program was designed around Facebook ads in the beginning, and when I saw organic, I was like, damn, this is even better. And then we started teaching that. But the end goal should never be just keep doing organic and then do it forever. The end goal is have an organic winner, which you transfer onto Facebook, which we really know how to do as well. This is what we did with Nikolai. And there's so many nuanced details to this. For example, the gun thing, you obviously cannot advertise on Facebook because it's a gun. There's 100,000 different products which you're not able to do, like wheat products. Everyone who sells wheat products is never going to be able to transfer that onto Facebook because it's just against the policy. And even if you can transfer it, the strategy you do videos with is very different. Because on Facebook, you're paying to get eyeballs. You cannot just go viral for free. You cannot have 100 million views and convert a little bit, like $500 per million views. That's not how it works because you pay a lot of money for a million views. So what you need to do is you need to take videos which have the highest conversion possible. So for example, we literally have people who made $50,000 off like only 1 million views. With a video like that, obviously you can transfer that to Facebook because it's gonna crush. However, if you don't have that, you need to make sure that you modify your videos and make them very Facebook friendly. You have to always keep in mind tons of policies, and also you have to make sure that the person is going to convert from only watching this one video. With organic, it's just a little bit of a different game. So you take your best organic videos and then you move them onto Facebook, and that's how you make it work in the long run. But obviously, pick carefully with which product you move over and also which videos you take to run on Facebook. If you're blocked, it takes a long time to figure out how to get around that. Okay, one block on Facebook can fuck up a few weeks or probably a few months if you're starting out, if you don't know what you're doing. You cannot just like create a new Facebook account like it is on TikTok just to make it work. This is not how it works at all.
And for those Americans out there, it's about 33.7K. But unfortunately, due to it actually being mixed organic content and ads, the profit margin was quite low, but still, I would say pretty good. It was 38%, making me a total of $17,000 since I launched. And to sum it up, that gives me a total revenue of about $50,000 and about $20,000 profit in the last 3 months as a teenager. Now, obviously, I couldn't have done this all by myself. I'm not gonna sit here and praise myself like I'm some kind of god. I got a lot of help throughout this challenge, and especially from Michael and his team. And one thing that was really prominent with me, I would say, is the amount of times that I was thinking about just giving up because nothing was working, and these guys got me back on track. It's just insane. So if you want to check him and his team out, I'll put a link to his program at the top of my description. I can only recommend these guys.
The whole program is just designed around a few things. It's number one, making sure that you keep growing until it works. Number two, looking over the product you select and telling you if it's good or bad. And number three, looking over your videos and telling if the video sucks, what to change and how to improve on it. And then later on, you're going to have all the branding elements and all the things like moving on to Facebook as just like very high level things like hiring people, having creators who do things for you and all these things, but that's most likely not relevant for you now. What we did here is not replicatable without a perfect flawless strategy. It's just not. Because let me explain to you how most people have any case studies on their YouTube channel whatsoever. It's this. They have 100 students, 2 of them have success, they post these 2, and then basically they look like the goat because they have proven that their strategy works. This is not what we're doing at all. We pick people and make them successful, 1 out of 1, every single time, 1 out of 1, 1 out of 1, Mikey, Kostify, Dave, Anthony, so many people which literally already have YouTube channels where we do that. And I'm just naming a few who have a YouTube channel. Most of the case studies we have don't have YouTube channels, just regular students, and they obviously also make it work. And these are all 1-for-1 people. If you are in our program, actually are trying, you're actually executing what we're telling you, you make money. It's literally as simple as that. So if you want to join, click the link below, sign up for a call, we see if it's a good fit.